Greetings ladies and gentlemen, I'm Furo and welcome back to another Gwent video today. So over the last couple of days you should have noticed that there is a huge amount of SKELLIGE on the ladder everywhere to be seen. There was also some posts on Reddit which claims that nearly 50% of the people on the ladder are playing SKELLIGE and then 20% or so are playing monsters decks. So a huge disadvantage for all the other classes. SKELLIGE and monsters are also the only classes that are currently boosting a positive win rate overall over the whole population of the game. So it is quite imbalanced right now. So what you need to do in order to achieve a great win rate is to beat those two decks. And the deck that can easily do that is a SCOIATAEL deck, which we are playing today with the EITHNÉ. I've already played a deck similar to this one. I'm not sure how many cards are different, but I've played a deck similar to this one a few weeks ago. I've showed you the deck on my channel as well. So for a detailed guide on the deck, please check out the last video as well. I just want to show you the deck here for the deck list if you want to copy that. So we are still playing EITHNÉ, we are still playing SASKIA, still playing AVALLACH, still SCHIRRU and the EITHLINNE. That's all pretty solid gold cards. Your strategy of the deck is to play lots of spells, and whenever you're playing a spell card here, you will boost your BLATHANNA Protector. The Protectors were nerfed a bit, they're now down to 2 points, but still they are huge in the end game. Whenever you play a special card, you're boosting the BLATHANNA Protector by 1. And whenever the unit is in your hand, in your deck, or on the board, it doesn't matter, it will always get boosted by 1. So what you are trying to do with all your spell cards and your gold cards, of course, you're just trying to damage all the units your opponent is playing, so that he's running out of resource and nothing on the board. Then you just want to win your first round, normally with your leader ability, playing the leader on the board, get the Saskia on the board as well, have then around 20 points or so for the first round, and because your opponent normally has nothing on the board, you will win the round. Then second round doesn't matter too much, and third round you will then win with your Protectors, which should be between 50 and 20 points at the end of the game, which is huge, and it's countering SKELLIGE decks and monsters decks just wonderful, because they are running a huge army of monsters, and these are just all getting killed by our destruction cards, our destruction spells. Other decks, on the other hand, like Gambi deck or some other decks that are going for control route, are more dangerous for us. So if you are getting shackled, for example, that is dangerous. So if he's using shackles on your gold card and he's then killing your gold cards, you have not that many points. So the only huge point bringers are the BLATHANNA Protectors and your gold cards. If you're losing those cards, if your opponent can counter those, if he has the exact deck that he needs to counter those, then you have a hard time. But right now, because there is such a huge amount of SKELLIGE and monsters decks on the ladder, you're targeting exactly the right amount of decks. If 70% on the ladder has these two decks, then of course it is very good for you if you just play a deck that has a high win rate against those two decks, but might be bad against other decks. So if you can achieve a high win rate there with 70% of the population playing those two decks, your win rate is overall kind of good. So you should achieve around 60% win rate with the deck at the moment. If the meta is shifting and if there is a balance patch, for example, incoming, and the amount of SKELLIGE monsters decks is getting reduced and other decks are emerging out of that are better against our deck, then it might be bad to play the deck. Right now it is very good, try it out. A lot of people even on high ladder are playing that, so in the top 100, top 200 you will see the deck as well, just targeting SKELLIGE monsters. So that's just for the deck right now. For a more detailed guide, you can also check out the other video that I posted 2 weeks ago. I will give you the link in the video description. And for now, I will show you a bit gameplay. So gameplay coming now. Alright, so our first game is giving us another monsters deck here. Playing EITHNÉ, so we can expect that he's using the Frost deck, which is good, so not a problem for our deck normally. We have double Protector here, we have EITHLINNE and the AVALLACH. You don't need the double Protector. Plus, if we have a first light, you're getting that out of the deck anyway. So we're dropping a Protector here. Also dropping 1 Shackles. We're getting Saskia. We don't need Saskia. That is coming through our leader. So what we are doing, we're dropping the Saskia and getting another first light. Okay, that is not too great. I'm probably looking forward to get rid of that. Maybe through a SCHIRRU. So yeah, he's playing the Frost deck, obviously. We totally don't care for this guy. So what we are doing is we're just giving him a Biting Frost as well. So slowly decreasing now the points on the board that he's spawning again and again. There is a Drowner. So we will now just go for the Skellige Storm, hitting those 2 units. If he's getting rid of the weather, we will just get more weather through stuff like Aeromancy, through the leader ability that is giving us one of the special cards from our graveyard. And there you go, he is getting the units back in another row. Yeah, that is fun. So how about we will just play an Aeromancy here? How do you like that? So we'll then play the Skellige Storm again. Hitting the board hard, dealing a lot of damage, and he will then be going down to 5 or something, 6. So it is 6. Let's see if he's dropping a water hack here. He's clearing the weather in 1 row, which is fine. So we can just go for our leader here, play the EITHNÉ, get Saskia on the board. So we have 12 points here. We will then just pick up another Aeromancy and then Skellige Storm. That is giving you more points. Now, Skellige Storm coming again. If you play only Skellige Storm, you are missing out on 1 point, because Aeromancy is just another spell card that you will play here. Going down to 7, we are currently at 12. He would need another weather clearer. If he has none, he is in deep, deep trouble. Because if he's playing a gold card, we have the Shackles, so what we are doing is just hitting the gold card and still getting damaged. He decides to go for the EITHNÉ, picking up, yeah, Wild Hunt Rider might not be too bad for him. So if he's losing the round, this one is getting kept on the board. But if he's getting damaged, so if the Wild Hunt Rider is dying through ALZUR'S Thunder, for example, then obviously it's not helping him too much. So it is 12 to 12. He's getting damaged again by the Skellige Storm. That means we are going ahead 12 to 10. We're even in cards. We could still draw more stuff we want through the AVALLACH. Right now I don't think we have to do that. But might still be. If he's interested in continuing here, we could do that. Problem is that he might draw a water hack then, and then we have trouble because he can just clear the board and the weather is gone completely. Going for the Katakan that early. So Katakan right now is then at 12, and because he's in the Biting Frost row, he's only getting 1 point damage per turn. So could be a problem. Also, we could just go for a First Light, for example, get 1 Protector here out. I don't think we have to do that. And we could just go for Shackles, hit the EITHNÉ, for example, that might be an option. Deal more damage like that. Okay, let's do that. We're hitting the EITHNÉ, which allows us to deal 6 damage in the back, 1 damage on the Katakan. So he's losing 7, means he's going down to 15. We are currently at 12, so if he's not passing, we might just go for 1 BLATHANNA Protector. And playing this one through the First Light and keeping the other one in our hand, I guess. So, yeah, let's do that. So we are now down 1 card. He is 1 card in advantage, but that's fine. He's not keeping any of the units here on the board for the next round, so he needs to play another card. So, in fact, we are then even in cards if he's interested in winning the round. I'm looking forward to get either the ALZUR'S Double Cross or the YAEVINN. I want to get a card advantage. Yeah, there's the YAEVINN. And we also got the ALZUR'S Double Cross. So that means we are then dropping the YAEVINN and keeping the ALZUR'S Double Cross. That's just 1 more special card that we can play here. If we just play the YAEVINN, that is 1 lost point. So ALZUR'S Double Cross is our starting move. Gives us the YAEVINN. We are drawing an extra card, which will be, well, another BLATHANNA Protector. If we are picking the Protector here, we don't need the First Light, so I would say we're going for the Fog instead. Bit of weather. So he is going for some Frost. Again, we don't care for that. Probably dropping the Fog here. Hitting the row a bit. So YAEVINN is going down. And he needs to invest more cards. Because he needs to win the round. So the longer the round goes, the better for us. If he then only has 1 or 2 cards, we can easily win with the double Protector for the last round. The only dangerous thing might be if he's keeping the Crones for the last round and they have more points in the end than our Protectors. But double Protectors is in general pretty strong. So let's draw a bit more. We are dropping down the AVALLACH, getting 2 additional cards. There is a Shackles and there is a SCORCH. So SCORCH is obviously working wonderful on the YAEVINN. Plus then all the 5 points units are getting damaged. So our strategy is most likely just playing SCORCH and then we are hitting those 2 for more points through the Fog. Dropping a Frightener. Okay, totally fine. Problem. Brightener is now getting damaged by 1, so it's at 9. We can use the Scorch. Still, he's losing the YAEVINN. We are keeping the Brightener. He's only getting damaged by 1, while his 2 units are getting damaged by 2. So he's going on to 6. We have 19 points currently on the board, which is quite a lot. There's a water hack. Probably now getting rid of the... Yeah, he's using the clear skies, which means he's at 9 points. We're at 19. We are losing 1 point, so 18. And he needs at least 9 points now on the board to overcome us. So that can be done. Still, we are still just passing now. Let's see if he can do more than 9 points. He decides to go for the Wild Hunt Navigator, which is then giving him a copy of the Wild Hunt Warrior, which is able to deal damage, and with that he is going ahead. He's still not keeping any points for the last round, which is good. So he has no advantage there. He needs to start the round. He is currently at 5 cards. We are at 5 cards. The double BLATHANNA protectors are still in play. So there is a decent chance that we easily overcome him here. We get another first light, and we're definitely not interested in getting double first light. The only thing where that is interesting will be if we drop the protector into our deck again and then getting the protectors out with the double first light. That is a possibility that we can do because then the protectors are getting buffed each. So we still have the EITHLINNE, still have the STAMMELFORD'S TREMORS. Yeah, we could do that. Well, let's go for that. We're getting the EPIDEMIC. There should still be some weather cards left in the deck. Yeah, there is still a rain. He was dropping some Biting Frost, which is okay. Totally okay. So we might just drop the first protector here on the board. Otherwise there's not much to do. We could play Tremors, we could play Shackles, but there might be a better time to play those. So let's use the first light here. Get the protector out for 15 points now. There's no shield, so if our opponent has something to deal some damage, we can just hit it. Okay, there's a locking, plus some damage, and we are still at 8 points for the protector. We can now just go for the EPIDEMIC. So his Fiend is going down, lost 5 points. Still afraid a bit of the Crones. He has not played that many silver cards, so that's 1, 2, that is 3. So he would, if he's playing the Crown, that might be possible because so far he's played 3 silver cards. Then there's probably still 1 left. There's another Wild Hunt Warrior. Ah, okay. So the Wild Hunt Warrior dealing a bit more damage. We are now going for the last first light. Picking up another BLATHANNA protector, coming at the bottom here for 16 points, getting buffed. So he's at 17, 22 to 5 points. 3 cards to go. We still have EITHLINNE. We still can get some weather out. Probably just going for that on the next turn, and he just forfeited. With the concede in the first game, it's pretty obvious that our opponent was not able to drop some Crones on the situation. So he had no luck there, and we're now facing another weather deck. So no SKELLIGE today for you to show, but Monsters is still pretty good. So we have Saskia here, AVALLACH, EITHLINNE. We're not interested in Saskia, again we're just dropping that. ALZUR'S double cross is fine. We are also dropping the first light here. Getting one BLATHANNA protector. We might just drop the second first light as well. Get the YAEVINN, which is bad. So I will normally want to get that with the ALZUR'S double cross. So you can also use the ALZUR'S double cross to get, for example, a BLATHANNA protector here. So we're definitely interested in dropping the Saskia. Getting the SKELLIGE Storm. Okay, fine. Opponent needs to start. If he's using Dagon here, it might be that he's running some Foglets. Might also that he's still running some Frost. We will see about that. But it's more often than if he's going for Dagon, he's using some Foglets. So starting with the Harpy here, which is good for some weather. So if we use, for example, the SKELLIGE Storm here, let's just do it. So the eggs are getting popped up. And luckily, one Harpy is spawning in the middle row. So he's still getting damaged by the SKELLIGE Storm. And instantly, a little weather clearer. I'm not a fan of that. So we will see what we can find about that. For example, EPIDEMIC isn't too bad right now, killing 3 units. And at 9 points. Okay. So we are doing that. 9 points gone. He is at 7. We are currently at 0, so nothing on the board. But it doesn't matter too much. Now dropping at the Dagon. Spawning some weather, probably fog. And if he's playing the fog, then obviously there are some foglets coming. Which means that if we use our fog here, we are just getting rid of the foglets. Which might not be that bad. So I guess we're just doing that. Here we go. Foglets are gone. And obviously, we want the Foglet there, the Fog there, so we can play the YAEVINN, and he's getting damaged. Time is running out for opponent. He finally decides to drop the Frightener. And interesting enough, he was not using the Frightener here on the Fog row. I'm not sure why. He should do that. That's just 2 more damage we're getting. I'm not sure why he was not doing that. We will not just drop the YAEVINN here. Get another card, which is... Oh man, Saskia. We don't need the Saskia in our hands, so we're just picking up the First Light. Saskia is spawning anyway through the leader, so you don't want to have that in your hand. Only 23 to 10 points. First Light is obviously also not a strong card. This situation right now, but it's better than picking up the Saskia. Now, that is not more damage than just dropping the Fog here. I'm not sure why you go for the current there then. Would still be more damage than the Fog. We don't care for that, to be honest. So we have a few options now. Can just spawn some more Fog here, or some other weather card. We can play the Nature's Gift, for example. That might be fun. Go for Nature's Gift, and then we will pick up the AEROMANCY. Get then the SKELLIGE Storm here, dealing 3 damage on the Archgriffin. Plus we are buffing our Protector quite a lot because we have played so many weather cards. There is the Ekimara, and on the Ekimara you can definitely use the Shackles, for example, if you want to do that. So Shackles would just get rid of the Resilience, he's not keeping the unit. What we can also do is just get another weather card here. So I like that, to be honest, a bit more. So we're going for the leader. We are now spawning another AEROMANCY. Here we go, AEROMANCY. We will pick up another weather card, and in this case it is another SKELLIGE Storm, which is hitting the Ekimara, obviously. It's going down to 22. We're currently at 20. There's another Ekimara. Look at him. And the second Ekimara might be a great target for the Shackles. So this one is getting damaged by 2 points. The other Ekimara only by 1. So it's a good hit with the Shackles. Losing the Resilience. And the other one is going down quite a lot. Getting another 3 points of damage. It's 22 to 19 points. We're losing 1 each turn through the Frightener. But that's it. Currently 5 to 5 cards. If he's just passing here, we will definitely play another card. No question. Ooh, the Van Warrior. Interesting choice. So we have quite a bit to do here. If we just drop the EITHLINNE, we can easily get rid of the units. That's not a problem. Yeah, we're doing that. So we're dropping EITHLINNE here. We are going for the Aldous Sunder, most likely. Yep. So we're going Aldous Sunder. Hitting the Warrior by double 7, so he's out. Opponent just has 1 Ekimara on the board, which is getting another 2 damage. So he's down to 1. 16 to 18. Currently 4 to 4 cards. If our opponent is passing, we are winning. If he's just playing 1 small card, we are winning. Ooh, Succubus. That's another 6. Not good enough though. So right now, if we drop, for example, ALZUR'S Double Cross, we are still winning the round easily. We have 3 cards to go. We could also just play AVALLACH. Might not be too bad. Okay, we're going for the ALZUR'S Double Cross. Getting 1 BLATHANNA Protector on the board with 15 points. Getting buffed again because we have played a special card, so now it's 16. There's a Fiend, so he's locking the Protector. We're still at 8. And he's getting damaged here. So it's 24 to 24 then in the next round. We will now drop the AVALLACH, drawing an additional 2 cards. Getting a Queen Sign, which is great, and we're getting the SCHIRRU, which is also great. We can just play the Queen and just the forfeit. Another one. So unfortunately, we were not able to finish any game. Every time I was winning, the opponent were just conceding because the deck is really annoying to play against. So you should expect, if you are playing the deck on the ladder, you should expect that you face a lot of concedes against all the decks that have more or less no chance to beat the deck or a very slim win rate. So if they're seeing that your protectors are too high, if they have no chance to kill the protectors or beat your deck, then they will just concede. Makes the game a bit faster for you, so it's definitely a nice advantage. Anyway guys, that's the end of today's episode. If you've enjoyed the deck, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button. That would be very much appreciated. It's helping out the channel here. And if you want to see more content, also a subscription, a free subscription to the channel is always useful. It will get you a notification when I will be uploading more content. See you then in the next episode. Thanks for watching and have a good night. Bye bye.